Good morning, students. So today we are going to learn our next topic, acid rain. Okay. So the rain water or rainfall which contains acids in it or which precipitates acids जो जिसमें acid का मात्रा presence हो. So the rain water which contains acids in it is called acid rain. Now you know normal water is neither acidic nor basic, but when acidic substance is added to water, the water behaves like an acid because you know the acids behaves only like acids in the presence of water only. Next what happens, water is life savior. अभी वाटर तो बोलेगा नहीं मैं तो सबको जीवन दान देता हूँ, आज मुझ पे इतना बड़ा इंजाम एसिडिक बताया गया मुझे. At that time what these people will say, this non-metallic oxide CO2 SO3 NO2, they will say अरे भाई हम है ना, हमने ही तुमको जहरीला बनाया है, we have made you acidic. Now where these substances came from and how they made the rainwater acidic, we'll study them one by one. So first you see these substances, non-metals. Non-metals such as carbon, sulfur, nitrogen. So these substances are emitted from the factories, burning of fossil fuels, burning of coal and petroleum products such and such. In industries also these are released in the form of smokes. Okay, so these non-metals, when they are emitted from the factories or machineries, they combine with the oxygen. उनको जब छोड़ेगा, जब गैस छोड़ेगा इनका non-metals का, so they will combine with oxygen C plus O2. It will form CO2 S plus O2. It will form SO2. SO2 will combine with more oxygen plus O2 to form SO3. Then nitrogen will combine with oxygen, again they will form nitrogen dioxide, NO2. So these things, carbon dioxide, sulfur trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, these remain suspended in the atmosphere for long periods of time in the form of gaseous form में भी हो सकता है, in the form of smog also. Smog means smoke, धुआं plus fog, or in the form of only smoke भी रह सकता है in the atmosphere suspended for long periods of time. So now when there will be rain, these substances are there. Suppose this is NO2, suppose this is CO2, suppose this is SO3. And rainfall will become, जब बारिश होगा, then the rainwater will wash away these substances, and these non-metal oxides, then will combine with the rainwater and they will form acids. And this acid, जब बारिश होगा, this acid we call as acid rain. Now see, this will combine with water. पानी में क्या है? Water है. So see, these substances when combines with water, first CO2, when it will combine with water, it will form H2CO3, and this is carbonic acid. SO3, when it will combine with water, it will form H2SO4. Sulfuric acid, NO2, when it will combine with water, it will form nitric acid, HNO3. All will be in the aqueous form. Okay, these were in the gaseous form. Water is in the liquid form. So these substances, when जब बारिश गिरेगा, it will fall, the rainwater will fall or will pass through or will dissolve these gases CO2, SO3 and NO2, these gases to form acids. Okay, acid formation is complete. Now rainwater will fall. That rainwater we call it an acid rain. Okay. Acid rain chiefly harms the humans. If अगर skin पे गिरा तो skin diseases हो सकता है. In aquatic species, you know, every aquatic species need an optimum amount of pH. अभी pH क्या हम बाद में बताएंगे. The level of acid or base. Okay, that's can be calculated on a scale. We call it as pH scale. So it affects the aquatic animals also. It affects the plants also. The leaves may get damaged. The plants may get damaged. Next, what it may affect the buildings also, monuments also. Okay, so these are the some effects of acid rain. So I hope this is clear to you. So next we'll start our next topic. What we have. Thus we can say that, so these substances, these are non-metallic oxides. Thus we can say the non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature, because the non-metallic oxides, when they are combined with water, they are producing acids. तो पानी में तो acidic property नहीं है. So we can say the non-metallic oxides which are reacting with water, they are acidic in nature. What we have next? Okay. Next we have what do all acids have in common? Suppose HCl aqueous, it will dissociate to H plus plus Cl minus. H2SO4 aqueous, it will dissociate to 2H plus plus SO4 2 minus, and such, you know these things, I have already discussed. So an acid is a substance which dissociates or ionizes on dissolving in water to produce hydrogen ions. So every acidic substance have H plus ions common in them, because acids do not behave like an acids in the absence of water. They need water medium to show their acidic properties. Okay. Next, this H plus which is released, this H plus which is released in aqueous medium, it will not remain as H plus ion. It will combine with the water molecule H plus plus H2O. It will combine with the water molecule and it will be converted into hydronium ion, H3O positive. Positive charge is on the oxygen atom. This is called the hydronium ion. positive charge is on oxygen atom because hydrogen, you see in hydrogen it has one positive charge, it has no electrons, so it takes one electron from the oxygen atom, and oxygen atom thus gains one positive charge. Okay, this is hydronium ion. So in the acids, thus we can say has, suppose HCl. What are the ions in the HCl now? H3O plus बोल सकते हैं, because H plus which is released from HCl, it will combine with the water to form hydronium ion. Now what are the ions and Cl minus? Okay. So thus this is the general property of acids. So acids होने के लिए उसको H plus ions release करना पड़ेगा. Now you can see this. Now all the compounds containing hydrogen atom are not acids. Okay. ग्लूकोज में भी तो हाइड्रोजन एटम है, तो ग्लूकोज की एसिडिक है. ग्लूकोज इज नॉट एसिडिक बिकॉज glucose C6H12O6, if you dissolve it in water, it will not ionize, no ionization, no ion formation. कोई भी एक कैटायन या एनायन या हाइड्रोजन आयन फॉर्म नहीं करेगा. सो दस वी कैन से हाइड्रोजन रहने से ही एसिड होगा ऐसा, दिस इज नॉट कंपल्सरी. इट नीड्स टू dissociate into H plus ions and then combine with water to form hydronium ion. So this is one experiment also. You see here, just if it is visible to you, yeah. So in this side, see, in this side this is hydrochloric solution, dilute hydrochloric acid. Two iron nails are fitted on a rubber cork. It is connected to the two terminals of a battery and connected with a switch. This is dilute hydrochloric solution. When we switch on the power supply, then current will pass through this dilute hydrochloric solution and the bulb will glow, because dilute HCl will dissociate to form H plus and Cl minus. These will behave as electrolytes. Now electrolytes helps in conducting electricity. There are cations and anions in the hydrochloric acid solution. So this HCl will behave as an electrolyte and will conduct electricity, because this is ionizing into H plus and Cl minus. On the same hand, this is glucose solution. Same experiment is being done with the glucose solution. Glucose solution will not dissociate into their respective ions. You see, so the bulb will not glow. Thus we can say that HCl is acid and glucose is not an acid. Okay, because HCl dissociates into H plus ions while glucose does not dissociate into their respective cations or anions. Okay, next we have acids do not show acidic behavior in the absence of water. जो acids है, अगर उसको water नहीं मिला, it will not show their acidic behavior. वो acid की तरह काम नहीं करेगा. Okay, it needs water medium first. Suppose there is an experiment. I will show you one. Okay, preparation of HCl gas. Preparation of HCl, mind it, not acid, HCl gas. First what we will do, we will take sodium chloride plus sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Okay, preparation of HCl gas. Yeah, now it will break into Na plus Cl minus. This will break into 2H plus SO4 2 minus. Now positive negative, what it will form, HCl will form HCl will be in the gaseous state plus sodium sulfate, salt will be formed, Na2SO4. Na2SO4, this is salt. Now this HCl gas is formed, it's still not acid, it's in gas. Okay. Now we have to perform an experiment. So I will show you in the book. Try to show you in the book here. It's very difficult to show in the book. See, this is the first step. They have taken a test tube. टेस्ट ट्यूब में क्या लिया हुआ है? कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड H2SO4 एंड sodium chloride. So then it's fitted with the rubber cork. So H2SO4 will combine with or chemically react with sodium chloride to form HCl gas. Now there is a delivery glass tube for the HCl gas to pass. Now we have to test that whether this HCl gas is acid or base. Because there is no water till now. अभी तक कोई भी water नहीं है, वो HCl gas ही है. First we have mixed concentrated H2SO4 and NaCl react करके it formed HCl gas. Now to test whether water is required for HCl gas to behave as an acid or not. Now first in the second step what we do, we take a blue litmus paper. You know, blue litmus paper turns red in acidic medium, and it is held near the mouth of the delivery tube where HCl gas comes out. You see this one, but surprisingly you can see the blue color of the litmus paper remains blue only. It does not change to red. This shows that HCl it's still not behaving, HCl gas is still not behaving as an acid because the blue litmus paper does not turn red. In the next step what we did, we added some water or moistened the litmus paper, then it is held near the delivery tube through where HCl gas is coming. Next what happens, this HCl gas will combine with the water. Water is present in the litmus paper, okay, and thus will turn the blue litmus paper red. Okay, now you see, when HCl gas first, when it gets water or H2, it will first convert itself from, it's still in the gaseous form, it will try to convert itself in the aqueous form. It will in the aqueous form, and then it will dissociate into H plus Cl minus. Thus from this experiment we can say that the acid needs water or water medium to show its acidic properties. Okay. So we have our next topic, strength of an acid. So by the term strength of an acid we mean to say, or we can say, the acids which dissociates completely in water and which do not dissociate completely in water. So in terms of their dissociation and H plus ion formation, the acids are categorized as strong acids and weak acids. Now before strong acids and weak acids, we'll start one thing, molar concept. Molar concept. Okay. So 1 mole of any substance, किसी भी substance का अगर 1 mole हम लेंगे, any substance, any molecule, 1 mole if we consider, then it contains 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. Now how to find 1 mole of any substance? Suppose we have to take 1 mole of HCl or H2SO4 to perform an experiment. So teacher have say you take 1 mole. How can you say? You cannot count the molecules. Have you seen the number? Can you count the molecules? So इतना molecule लेंगे तो 1 mole होगा. No, we'll do it in another way. in terms of molar mass. Now, how molar mass will be calculated? You see here. Suppose we'll calculate in terms of molar mass. HCl. In HCl, atomic mass of hydrogen is what? 1.0 something. 1.01. And atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. 35.5, or you can say 35.45 more specifically. Now, if we calculate the atomic mass of HCl, what we get? 1.01 plus what other? 35.45. What we have? 36.46. 36.46 gram per mole. So, if you take 36.46 grams of HCl in any experiment, then we can say that we have taken 1 mole of HCl. Okay. Thus, 1 mole of any substance is the molar mass of that substance. Itna clear hua? Now you see, in case of strong acids and weak acids, we will now see. We have completed the molar concept. Now let us take examples of strong acids. The mineral acids are strong acids. Example HCl. HCl, it will dissociate into H plus plus Cl minus. So, if in terms of molarity, if we try to describe, if you take 1 mole of HCl, then it will completely dissociate into 1 mole of H plus 1 mole of Cl minus. That means in strong acids, dissociation is 100%. 100%. So, HCl molecules, if we take, so if we dissolve it in water, it's then 100% dissociation will occur and it will form H plus and Cl minus. In case of H2SO4 also 100% dissociation. Jitna how much we take the acids, that will convert into form, dissociate to form H plus and Cl minus. So 100% dissociation. 100% dissociation means breakdowns into the ions. Okay. Next, in case of weak acids, suppose acetic acid. Ethanoic acid C. CH3COOH. Now, in this case, we have given one direction of the arrow was pointing towards one way only. This shows that जितना भी reactant side में था, सभी every part of the reactant has broken to their respective ions. Now, in case of CH3COH, the arrow is two-head arrow, both sides. This indicates that not completely all the dissociation has not become completely. Okay. If अगर dissociation completely हुआ तो one head arrow रहेगा. If dissociation does not occur completely, then there will be two pointing towards two directions. Now you see CH3COH, it will dissociate to form H plus CH3COO minus plus H plus. Here, if we take 1 mole of CH3COH, then we will be getting nearly about, say, suppose 0.8 mole. Here also 0.8 mole. So not 100% dissociation. Okay. Suppose dissociation we can say 70 to 80%. सो CH3COH से इथानोइक एसिड से कितना how much H plus ion we have able to got from 1 mole? Only 0.8 mole. But in case of HCl we have got 1 mole. अगर HCl लिया था तो 1 mole के 1 mole का ही HCl H plus ions बना. So the amount of H plus ion will be more in the strong acids, and we know an acids, in order to behave like an acids, it needs to convert itself or dissociate itself to H plus ions. जितना डिसोसिएशन होगा उतना स्ट्रॉन्ग वो एसिड्स होगा. ओके, सो इन केस ऑफ दीज आर मिनरल एसिड्स, and this is organic acids. Now why dissociation does not completely take place, there is one way also you can see. Here structure will be like this: hydrogen and chlorine. Hydrogen is 1 electron, chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dissociation will occur here. In case of weak acid, suppose let us take another example, formic acid or methanoic acid, HCOOH. It has like this structure: C double bond O, H and OH. Okay. Dissociation will take place in this bond. Okay, but there is a problem. There is carbon present here. Okay, and this is a hydrocarbon, compounds containing carbon and hydrogen. So due to the presence of carbon, ये हाइड्रोजन को इतनी आसानी से छोड़ना नहीं चाहता है. Okay, so this the weak acids finds difficulty to form or ionize or dissociate themselves completely. Due to the presence of carbon, this bonding between the oxygen and hydrogen does not break easily as comparison to bonding between the hydrogen and chlorine in case of mineral acids. Thus we can say the strong acids dissociates completely, 100% dissociation होगा, and in weak acids only 70 to 80% dissociation. This is why strong and weak acids are named. The strong and acids are not based upon their concentration. Concentrated or dilute, it will, the strong strength of an acid is not determined in terms of depth. Either the acid is concentrated or dilute, it's determined on the basis of how much they dissociate itself to form the H plus and the anion and the cation, basically H plus ions. एक एसिड जितना H plus ion वो रिलीज कर सकेगा, that acid is its strength will be more. Okay, now we have one experiment to show. See, if you can see here. Okay, so this is, you see, this is strong acids and this is weak acids. तो पहले एक्सपेरिमेंट में जब फर्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट आई हैव शोन यू वंस दैट एसिड्स conduct acid solutions conduct electricity due to the presence of ions in them. These ions, the cations and the anions, they behave as electrolytes and they help in the conduction of electricity. Now you see, in case of strong acids में क्या होगा? The amount of electrolytes will be more because strong acid में H plus का 100% dissociation होता है, strong H plus ions. So whatever you take, suppose HCl or H2SO4, 100% H plus ions will get. So obviously there will be more number of ions moving in the strong acid solution. So a bulb glows with brilliant light when it's passed, when electricity is passed through a strong acid solution. But in case of weak acid solution, see, bulb does not glow with that much of brilliance or shine. Bulb glow करेगा but थोड़ा थोड़ा, इतना नहीं, not in comparison to a strong acids, because the number of ions which are dissociated in case of weak acids are less in comparison to the strong acids. Okay. Then we have some uses of mineral acids in the industry. All of you know these things. Manufacture of fertilizers, paints, dyes, chemicals, pesticides, sulfuric acid is used. Then in the car batteries, sulfuric acid is used to make explosives. So I will provide you these notes. Then nitric acid is used to make fertilizers like ammonium nitrate, explosive. Hydrochloric acid is used for removing oxide from steel objects before they are galvanized. Okay, these are easy things. If you study once, you can go through it. So your acid part is over here. Next we'll start base. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you.